Hey guys, you're watching Focus Point with Igor Ryabenkiy. I bet when you see the stuff online that seems weird or shocking, you often wonder if it is true or fake. Every year there is more and more information out there. It's getting harder to know if it is good or where it came from. Right now, what you see might not even be really me, but my deepfake. Don't worry, it is still me. In this episode, we'll talk about how to live in this brave new world, overloaded with information and fakes. And I'll also share with you an idea for a startup that we all need so much. But before we start, subscribe to my channel. Here you'll find only verified content based on the best global practices.
Igor Ryabenkiy is a venture capitalist, business angel, and a managing partner of the successful VC firm Alto Air Capital. He manages 4 funds with a total amount raised of $600 million and is the author of the book Adventures in Venture Capital.
In recent times, groundbreaking tools like Sora have revolutionized the way we create content. Of course, there were plenty of other products before this one that made similar things possible. But never in history have such technologies been so accessible and easy to use. These platforms enable anyone to produce images, videos, and text that are so realistic they are often not possible to distinguish from reality. While this advancement opened a world of creativity and efficiency, they also pose significant challenges. How can we tell the difference between real and fake content when the fake looks just like the real thing? In the vast sea of information, it is crucial to distinguish between what's useful, useless, or outright fake. Useful information is relevant, factual, and enhances your understanding of a subject. Useless information, while not harmful, does not add any real value to your knowledge. Fake information, on the other hand, is deliberately fabricated to mislead. So, do we have the time and power to consider and verify the sources and become fact checkers of every piece of information? Even if we check the origin of the content and the credibility of the publisher, there is no guarantee that everything will be clear. Last year gave us a lot of examples of failures from media outlets with great reputations and armies of professionals. Despite the potential for misuse, tools like Sora can have profoundly positive impacts. In education, realistic simulations can provide students with experiences that are otherwise inaccessible, enhancing learning and retention. In entertainment, these tools can lead to new forms of storytelling, immersing audiences in incredibly lifelike worlds. In business, they can create more engaging and persuasive marketing materials or help design products with better precision. However, the misuse of realistic content creation poses significant threats. Fake news can influence public opinion, manipulate elections, or incite violence. Deepfakes can ruin reputations and destroy lives. It is a double-edged sword where very tools that can educate, entertain, and innovate can also deceive, harm, and destabilize. Understanding these risks is the first step in guarding against them. Preventing the misuse of these technologies starts with education. Increasing digital literacy can help the public recognize and resist fake content. Technological solutions like watermarking and blockchain can help verify the authenticity of digital creations. For entrepreneurs, the challenge presents opportunities. Consider starting a business that focuses on verifying content authenticity based on decentralized blockchain technology. If you need to prove some content, you can do it with one click without a complicated investigation. You can see the story of this piece of content, its actors and timeline of its transformation. A couple of years ago, this task seemed hardly achievable. But today, modern neural networks make the impossible possible. I am confident they could become the core of such a project and help bring it to life. Fake content isn't the only problem. Even real content is being affected by modern technological advancements. Over the last few years, more content has been created than in the entire history of mankind. With development of large language models, this process will be accelerated even further. The problem, then, is not with discerning real from fake, but with understanding how people can consume such a large quantity of content. How do we understand what content is useful, useless, or harmful? I believe it is time for startups to appear like a personal copilot which can help people find and manage useful content while sorting out useless and harmful one. This isn't censorship, but a tool that can be used to help people get the most out of their daily content consumption. Generative AI has brought many possibilities to create text, audio content, and as you can see, video content too. Some projects like Jasper or CopyAI make it possible to quickly generate text on a given subject. Recently, I met an interesting startup called Content Fuel, which can analyze style of an author and can create authentic text which can't be easily identified as written by an author or by an AI. There are similar problems with audio. Based on voice samples, it is possible to create fake recordings that sounds totally real. It is very important to have criteria and tools to distinguish real from fake content. Otherwise, it brings out numerous security threats. We can now see that video and photo production has been influenced by large language models. We saw numerous applications based on stable diffusion approaches. Sora, which was recently released by OpenAI, has made a giant leap in creating a very realistic text-to-video production. It is a very difficult and very important problem. There have already been several cases with people speaking on a video call who can't tell whether they are speaking to a real person or not. In one of my recent videos, I mentioned that combating fakes would be one of humanity's top priorities in 2024. It is doubtful that after the emergence of Sora, there is a need for further arguments on why we need projects for content verification and assessment. If you are working on a project in this area, feel free to reach out to me on LinkedIn or via email. You can find them in the video description. I'll be happy to offer advice or even consider your project for a potential investment. Subscribe to my channel. Comment on what methods of combating fakes you find most efficient. Stay with us and stay focused.